As you might know by now, the Texas state Democrats have decided they don't want to stay in the House, that they don't want there to be a quorum, because if there's a quorum, they might be able to do things like redistricting, and they think that's bad. Fundamentally, we're going to leave. Now, not to digress and get into the fact that there's a lot of funding that's been happening from George Soros kind of organizations. Former Obama Attorney General Eric Holder is part of a group that's supporting and backing a lot of this. Not to get into some of the politics of it, a couple big picture thoughts. This is not the first time the Democrats have run away from a job that they really should be doing because they're afraid they're going to lose. This is very much a take my ball and go home throwing a fit kind of scenario. It is also a strategic thought that they can do. When they last did this in 2021, they actually did not stop the election integrity bill, which is what they were running from that time. They didn't stop it from passing. And when they left, it actually caused the Republicans to be even more unified once they finally came back and once they had the special session and they got it done. But one of the things that happened in 2021 was the Attorney General Ken Paxton pointed out that if they ever do this again, maybe they would go to a judge and they would get a judge to acknowledge that the fact that they're leaving the state means that maybe they should vacate their elected positions because they're refusing to do their job. And the governor might appoint somebody that would do the job that they're refusing to do as they leave the state. Also important to note that the reason they're leaving the state is because if they're in the state, the governor actually can send law enforcement to go pick them up and bring them to the Capitol to do their job. So the way they avoid law enforcement getting them is to leave the state. But if they leave the state, have they abandoned their position? All of this are things the court is probably going to be deciding. There's going to be challenges. This probably doesn't get resolved right away. Ultimately, when this has happened, it hasn't usually stopped the predicted outcome from happening. It delayed the process, and last time it helped unify the Republican side. And when the Democrats were finally forced to show back up and do their job, the Republicans got what they were wanting, and they got it maybe with an even better vote than they would have the first time. We can hope that is what will happen in this case, but the precedent is it's not the first time, and ultimately it really hasn't even stopped the predicted outcome from coming to pass. We'll have to see what happens this time.